Hey crypto kids, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be jumping into the price of Bitcoin because Bitcoin broke out bullish from this ascending triangle like we discussed could happen on the previous video. So I'm going to give my updates on this and this current crazy price movement as well. And additionally, the Black Friday TradingView sale has arrived. So ladies and gents, if you want to renew your TradingView plan or subscribe to the Pro plan for the first time, this is the perfect time to do so because there are massive discounts, and by heading to the description below, signing up using this link, you can get that 70% off plus that 1 month free. So do make sure to check that out. Now, other than that, we have some pretty interesting news to discuss about tomorrow, or actually in a couple of hours. We're going to see the FOMC meeting minutes, some more interesting drama regarding the OpenAI situation, and of course, orange juice making an all-time high yet again. The thing that I get bamboozled by in every single video because it just keeps going up and up and up. Ladies and gents, today will be an absolutely amazing video, so make sure to destroy that like button. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? There it is. So that would be very much appreciated. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Ladies and gents, I'm Crypto Kid, and let's jump into the video. Now, I'll have a look at orange juice later on. This is just too wild. But Bitcoin broke out bullish from this ascending triangle. On the previous video, we mentioned that this could be a potential good trade to take for the breakout. So if you have, massive congrats. Earlier on my free Telegram channel, I discussed that around here, it could be a good time to be taking profits on this trade. And after that, we saw this wick come down all the way to our entry price. Now, the reason for this is because if we check the liquidation heat map, Bitcoin came down to this level and there were a lot of liquidations available. As you can see, it's the darkest, well, it's the most vibrant yellow color on all of this heat map, indicating the highest number of liquidations available on the shorter term time frame. So Bitcoin wiped out those liquidations and saw the pump back towards the upside. That's why I love looking at the liquidation heat map, because if there are a lot of over leveraged traders, the market does tend to wipe them out and then continue either higher or lower, depending on how we've come to that point, right? So that is why that wick happened. Now, looking at what could potentially happen next, honestly, if I would personally exit this position at the moment. It's still definitely a good time, in my opinion, to exit this position, because if we jump onto the weekly time frame, and let's get rid of this over here, and let's get rid of the triangle, and we can put two of our trend lines. And in fact, I'll switch to the daily time frame so it's more visible to see what we have going on. Now, we have an ascending channel or an ascending broadening wedge, whatever you see it as, because remember, technical analysis is art. Everybody has their different perspectives. We are still ranging here now. Usually, right, it's actually, you know what? It's more of a 50-50 this one. Sometimes we go up, we break up, and sometimes, of course, Bitcoin does tend to drop below. And how ascending broadening wedges work is we drop below, we retest the previous support, and then we continue towards the downside, right? That's how technical analysis in terms of textbook work with ascending broadening wedges. So we're at a 50-50% spot, and I don't like these spots because we don't have a direction on where the market is going. The stochastic is in the overbought area and is about to cross towards the downside if we see that the weekly candle here crosses in the red. So we are already at very important support for Bitcoin. If we can come back down to the support tested on the weekly candle, and then with volume go towards the upside, then 43.2K could be a bullish target. But Bitcoin is still searching for this higher low to keep up this bullish trend that we have on the weekly time frame. That is why over on Bitflex, I still have over 1 Bitcoin worth of positions to buy up Bitcoin if we do end up seeing a higher low. So I am prepared for that. And guys, if you do want to be trading derivatives or spot, you can head over to the description below to sign up to Bitflex, because our $1,000 giveaway is about to end in approximately 10 days and 15 hours. So this is your chance if you do want to sign up. The entire process takes around 20 seconds. All you got to do is deposit 50 USDT and make at least one trade on their derivatives platform. Now, jumping onto the macro time frame for Bitcoin, guys, I've discussed this before. Leading up to the halving, the RSI enters a uptrend, and then a few months after the halving, the RSI goes into the massively overbought region, like we see over here. And exactly 1 year after the halving, we usually tend to see the top of the bull markets, right? So that's how the cycles work. And if we check CryptoKid.com, there's about 139 days left for the next Bitcoin halving, and just add 365 days onto this to predict the next bull market top. That's how I like to personally predict it. But yeah, it's looking pretty interesting. And we are nowhere near the overbought region at all. So this is, in my opinion, if you are just buying spots, buying up Bitcoin and holding, this is, in my opinion, still a very, very great time to do so, because it's not going to matter that much if it's 36K or 31K where you buy Bitcoin in that range, because eventually we are going to go much higher, in my belief, right? So based on that logic, if you're a spot holder and buyer and you keep on accumulating, DCAing in, then you should be all fine, because things look very, very good for Bitcoin's future. Now, orange juice is just keep on making all-time highs. At this point, I am very, very much bamboozled, and I have no comment. It's the best performing asset, I think, of the last 2 years. If you think you missed the train on Bitcoin, well, you actually didn't. You missed the train on orange juice. But who could have predicted it, right? So this is one of those crazy ones. And no, this is not orange juice crypto token or OJ coin. No, it's literal orange juice. Now, jumping into the S&P 500, we're still pumping on the S&P 500. We could see some very good resistance at 45,800, especially if this FOMC minutes is expected to be dovish. Then yeah, we can reach that 45,080 very easily. But if we're hawkish, then it's not going to be too good for the S&P 500. We can see a slip towards the downside. Now, jumping into the very, very interesting OpenAI news, what happened was Sam Altman and Greg Brockman, the two co-founders of OpenAI, were fired. And what happened was, after they got fired due to a lot of rumors, including security breaches, etc., which we don't have evidence on, right? But there's a lot of things going on. A lot of the employees were threatening the board, saying that we're going to resign if you don't reinstate them, and they did not listen to them. And what happened was they introduced the former Twitch CEO as a new interim CEO for OpenAI, and they placed Brockman and Altman to Microsoft's division of enhanced AI or something like that. So that's where they're heading, but it's because Microsoft is the major shareholder in OpenAI, I guess that's what they found appropriate. But it's very, very interesting what's going on. And as AI being the emerging technology that is also very dangerous at the same time, things like this happening, it's not great whatsoever. And Bitcoin is seeing a pump, ladies and gents. Bitcoin, as we speak, is continuing its pump towards the upside, live on video here. So if we bring it back to the 1 hourly chart, have a look at our triangle once again, get rid of our brush, we can see that Bitcoin is seeing a pump towards the upside. But as you can see, these previous candles have been pretty hectic in terms of volatility. And really, look, we just hit the take profit for this long position. So you would have been out on this position anyways if you decided to hold it for the long term. And for future reference, if you do want to be trading ascending triangles, usually they tend to break towards the upside on lower time frames, at least on my experience with Bitcoin. What you do is you just measure the height of it, and you put it above the final breakout zone, and boom, that's how you get your target for the ascending triangle. But we had some resistance here. I think that's why I put my take profit a little bit lower, but that's how we trade the ascending triangle. Ladies and gents, that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, make sure to destroy the like button if you haven't so already. And guys, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you all in the next video very soon. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.